Okay, happy Homebrew Wednesday. This is what we're drinking tonight. Okay, this is the second version of the Bell's Two Hearted Ale clone that I have done. I did the first one before, I think it was before, it was after Christmas. And then as soon as that finished, I was brewing another one because I really loved the first one. And coincidentally, I also got, what I didn't know at the time was that I had beer mail from Alex Rock on Beer, and he actually sent me, he was over back home and he actually sent me 2 of these. I've still got the 2 of them. I really wanted to crack into it, but I don't want to taste it until I do this video basically. So when I'm tasting that, it's going to be the first time. So I don't know, I've never had this before, never had it before in my life, never seen it anywhere to buy, very difficult to get my hands on it, so I am absolutely blessed that Alex has stepped up and basically sent them over to me, so thank you very much, I am forever in your debt. So what about this? I have switched out to Caramunic for Crystal in this one just because I didn't have any, and I switched out to Dextrin Malt for white wheat. Also, I got the proper yeast, the Midwestern Ale yeast it's called. It's a yeast bay one, and it's supposed to be the one that Bell's use, apparently. It's their house yeast. So when I was brewing this, I had read somewhere that the lower temperatures it's kind of clean, but at the higher sort of temperatures it gives off more of a citrus kind of flavour. So I fermented this at like between 20 and a half and 21 degrees. I think it was like 3 full weeks that was fermenting for, and probably another week for dry hopping cold crash. Did a dry hop with 100 grams of Centennial, and then I cold crashed it. I'm done my back. I put my back out the day that I was supposed to put it into the keg, so it was like cold crash for a bloody week almost. So, but sure, it is what it is. Okay, let's give it a nose. Let's stop waffling. It's not quite, I mean, for having 100 grams of Centennial in there, it's not a massive hop punch at all. It is quite citrusy. There's a bit of a kind of, a little bit of grapefruit on it, and a little bit of like lemon or something like that. I'm also convinced that I can smell the malt, the kind of malt through this basically. So this is 6.3%. So on top of the few changes I made, I actually brewed it up. Like the last one was 5.6. So this is 6.3. So yeah, it's not really. It's an American IPA, but it doesn't have that classic IPA smell. It is in there, but it's not a knockout. Or maybe we're just spoiled with the ridiculousness of New England IPAs. But it's fairly pleasant. You can see the colour there. It's kind of just beautiful orange. It's an IPA. It looks like an IPA. Nice bit of carbonation in there as well. And the head's just white. So all it is died off a little bit now because I've obviously had to come upstairs and sort out the camera and stuff. So okay, I'm going in. I'm taking too long. I'm wasting too much time here. I'm going in. That's a good beer. That is a good beer. I'm tasting, first taste is actually like orange. I'm tasting orange. There's a little bit of grapefruit in there, but it's kind of more on the nose. It starts off really orangey, and then you get this kind of, it's a kind of, the first beer was like, it had this kind of real dank taste, resiny, that type of taste. This one is not quite, it's not the same beer basically, but it does have similarities. That starts off very orangey, and then it goes into that little bit of dankness as well. A little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's not intensely bitter or anything. It's got a medium mouthfeel, but it kind of feels more as you're drinking it. it kind of feels fuller than what it actually is. That's a good beer for me. It's not kind of, it's like me, it's basically a jack of all trades, master of none, you know. So it's not too hoppy, it's not too malty, it's not too big, it's not too thin, it's not, you know, it's just kind of well-rounded, basically literally well-rounded. So we can't wait any longer, we have to go in and crack into this. Now this is 7% by volume, shelf life 6 months, probably on the bottom. So it was the 12th of the 10th, 19, so it's still in the 6 months. So let's get it cracked. Now, any kind of clone beers I've done before, I've tasted absolutely nothing like the real thing. Let's be honest. So I'm not expecting the same here, especially not for a beer I've never tasted before. So it's well carbonated. Can we see the colour on that? I mean, it's not, in terms of colour, it's not a million miles away. It's maybe a little bit slightly different, but it's not too bad. Not far away at all. Big old head on it compared to mine. The aroma is actually similar. It's not, the aroma is not jumping out of the glass. It is definitely in there. I think there's a bit more of the kind of the malts in this, for sure. Definitely getting that kind of pine smell as well. A bit more kind of piney than my version. It smells pretty good. Okay, I'm going in. Cheers, Alex. Thank you again. Excuse me. It's definitely bigger, but you know what? It doesn't taste a million miles away from that. I mean, it's a better beer, obviously, because it's commercial. It's the real thing. Really easy to drink. I mean, 7% beer, and it's smashable. So let me give it a taste of mine. This is going to be completely different now. It's going to be shit in comparison, I would say. Yeah, it's not quite the same. It's similar. It is definitely similar, but it's not anywhere near as good as that one. That is an excellent beer. It's got that kind of orange kind of taste to it. It's got maybe, well, it's a bigger beer, 7%, so it has got more of a kind of malt, that kind of sweet crystal-y type flavours coming through as well. Like a honey type of flavour almost. You know, like that. Honey sweetness. Okay, one more time with this, because we'll need to wrap this up. This is definitely a poor man's version to that. But it's not a million miles away. It isn't a million miles away from that. But it is, that is just a bigger beer and a better beer and everything. So, I mean, I can't really complain because I really like it. So, it's a win-win, isn't it? So I'll just say goodbye, and we might see each other next week. We may not. Who knows? Cheers. Okay, 2 weeks later, just about to do the dry hop. So it took 2 weeks for that thing to ferment out fully. Oh shit, you are kidding me. Okay, that wasn't very clever.